Hello and welcome to the Sport Ireland Institute here in Abbottstown, where the Irish men's and women's cricket teams do their training each day. We're joined for a special occasion. The long winter is nearly over. It's nearly time for the club cricket season to kick in, and it's a day that everyone looks forward to. It's the drawing day for the Clare Currency Irish Senior Cup and Clare Currency Irish National Cup. I'm joined by two men to my left, the Cricket Ireland President David O'Connor, and of course Kevin O'Brien, the Irish record caps holder. And Cricket Ireland would like to thank Clare Currency for their ongoing support of the club game here in Ireland. So we're here for the big day, the draw. We've got a 28-team competition, but crucially 4 of those sides are going to receive byes in this first round that we're drawing today. They're the 4 sides from the semi-finals and final last year. That's Pembroke, the champions, Warringstown, the runners-up, Phoenix and COIMS. They'll progress automatically to round 2. But we will be drawing out 12 ties today, so 24 teams are in the bucket to my left. And Kevin, you're going to be drawing the home teams. David, you're going to be drawing the away teams. So Kevin, perhaps you give the balls a good mix for us before drawing the first team, and we'll get the draw underway.
11.
Number 11, that's Eglinton from the Northwest Cricket Union.
17.
They're going to play number 17, Merrion, in the first tie to be drawn. 2-time champions Merrion, 2012 and 2016.
6.
That's number 6, that's Coleraine from the Northwest Cricket Union. They lost to CSNI in round 1 last year.
21.
They're going to play number 21, that is Strabane Cricket Club, an all Northwest Cricket Union tie there.
12.
Number 12, Glendermot, another side from the Northwest Cricket Union.
Number 1.
They're going to play number 1, that's Ballyspallin. They were beaten in round 1 in 2019 by the Hills.
9.
Number 9, CSNI. Quarter-final last year, losing to the eventual winners, Pembroke.
Number 7.
They're going to play number 7, Cork County, one of 2 representatives from the Munster Cricket Union.
10.
Number 10, Donnamana from the Northwest Cricket Union. Of course, a formidable record in this competition. Winners in 2000, over 50 trophies in the Northwest Cricket Union. Donnamana.
20.
They're going to play 20. They will play Rush. Rush will travel to the Northwest. Rush beaten finalists in this competition, winners of the National Cup.
16.
Number 16, Malahide will have a home draw.
19.
They'll play number 19, North Down from the Northern Cricket Union. 3-time winners of this competition, the last time in 1995.
Number 2.
Number 2, that's Breedy from the Northwest Cricket Union. A round 2 loss last year to Phoenix. They will be at home.
Number 4.
To number 4, that's Carrickfergus from the Northern Cricket Union. They lost in the quarterfinals last year to Phoenix.
Number 3.
Number 3, Brigade from the Northwest Cricket Union again. Champions in 1996 and 1999.
24.
Play number 24, that's YMCA, who will travel to the Northwest.
14.
Number 14, Leinster Cricket Club, of course, champions famously when Carlos Brathwaite was their overseas professional.
8.
They will play number 8, Cork Harlequins, the second of the 2 representatives from the Munster Cricket Union.
23.
Number 23, Woodvale, they're going to be at home.
22.
To play number 22, that's the Hills Cricket Club, who'll make the short journey up from Fingal up towards Belfast.
Number 5.
Number 5, Clontarf, they'll be delighted with the home draw, a formidable record in this competition.
18.
They'll play number 18, that's North County, an all-Leinster tie. Of course, the president there has some ties to North County, giving his side an away draw.
13.
Number 13, that's Instonians from the Northern Cricket Union. Just one final for them, beaten quarter-finalists last year.
15.
They'll play number 15, an all-NCU tie. Lots of local rivals. That's against Lisburn. They lost in the first round to Breedy last year. So that concludes the draw. 12 first round ties. Remember, 4 sides have byes. That's Pembroke, the champions, Warringstown, the runners up, Phoenix, and of course CIYMS. So those 4 sides automatically through to the second round. But that means that we'll have the 12 first round ties on Saturday, the 23rd of May. You'll see coming up on your screen after these 12 ties are the crucial dates for this year's Clare Currency Irish Senior Cup. The second round, the quarterfinals, the semi, all the way through to the grand final. What a brilliant final we had last year, with Pembroke coming back to win their first trophy against Warringstown in dramatic circumstances up at the Hills Cricket Club. So that concludes this first round draw for the Clare Currency Irish Senior Cup. So Alan, let's talk about the draw. We're going to bring it up on your screen now. The 2020 Clare Currency Irish Senior Cup, 12 ties, 24 teams separated into 12 home and away fixtures you're seeing there on your screen. 4 sides, of course, will get a bye. That's the 4 sides from the semi-finals last year. So of those 12 ties, Alan, let's have a chat about them. What really stood out to you?
Well, what stood out to me was there could be no call of bias in Dublin. That's one thing for sure, because the Northwest have 6 home ties in both competitions, which is extraordinary, with 2 local derbies, which won't upset Coleraine, Strabane, Glendermot and Ballyspellin, I would imagine. But there's some real interesting ties. I think, for me, things will probably be comfortable for the likes of CSNI, Leinster, the Hills, Merrion. When I look at this draw, some of the real interesting ties for me will be Donamana versus Rush. Rush, previous winners, 3 times National Cup champions, good young team, solid young team with many good players in it. That'll be real interesting for me. I think Lisburn may feel they have a big chance against Instonians, admittedly away from home. But another one is Clontarf versus North County. The John Boy factor. John Boy back as coach of North County, where he grew up, is probably where his heart is, and of course having spent 2 great years at Clontarf. Another interesting tie, and I suppose, will be YM will possibly have a tough in Brigade. It'll be a tough draw for them all the way up to Brigade, but hopefully as a club they'll have ambition to really drive home. So, and again, when you get into the breadth of the competition, obviously we have byes for 4 teams, and Pembroke and CIYMS, I sense, will be formidable again.
How much does home ground advantage, how much of a factor is that? Does that come into it? You said there, YMCA, your club will have to take a long journey. In club cricket, can that often be the deciding?
Well, I think it is, and again, there are clubs that, you know, the advancement have taken this thing seriously. They'll go the night before. It's very difficult to pitch up in a ground that you've travelled 3 hours in a car to. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but it's difficult. And if you want to win the competition, you've got to be prepared. There's probably less known in the National Cup competition for a lot of clubs, so home draws in that will be very important. Most of the clubs in the Irish Senior Cup will be familiar with the grounds they're playing against. They've been there many times, but I think the biggest thing within it is preparation.
It's the 39th edition of this, the Clare Currency Irish Senior Cup, and if we look at the various unions that have won it, no winner yet from Munster, but 15 now for Leinster with Pembroke's win last year, 15 for the Northern Cricket Union and 8 for the Northwest Cricket Union. If you had to pin your flag to the mast, where would you say it might be going in 2020?
Well, I think, you know, when you get the monkey off your back, and again, if you look at it, Pembroke, and the interesting thing about that tie, Shaheen Khan was a huge influence on a final for Warringstown in 2018 and a final for Pembroke in 2019. But Pembroke, you know, their all-round strength and depth, if they can get their big team out, will be a very formidable team to beat. You know, again, ones that would tickle with me would be the likes again of CIYMS, and someone will surprise us and get in a run. Merrion have had very good kind of performances in this competition, but it's kind of wide open. You know, you can end up in a Duckworth Lewis, you can end up in a tie that has to be refixed. Someone mightn't be able to travel with the same type of team to an away draw. If you've been drawn, you know, in the Northwest, you've got to come back to Dublin perhaps on a Friday. There's so many component parts. I think the one thing that I hope is that all rounds are played in good weather and we get 50 overs each, and a true champion will be getting the trophy at the end of the season.
Yeah, let's talk about that first round once more. So it's Saturday the 23rd of May that we're going to have those ties. Is there a potential banana skin there? Is there one side you might look at and you might think, OK, Strabane going to Coleraine, an all Northwest tie? Could Strabane upset Coleraine on home turf? Or the likes of a North Down coming down to Malahide, they'll fancy their chances perhaps?
Actually, sorry, I didn't mention that. Malahide North Down is a very, very interesting tie, and I think North Down, will come down to Malahide and feel that they can really push Malahide. But Malahide are a really improving team. They played ever so well last year, T20 champions. They've got a real spirit about them. Fintan McAllister leading the troops. I'm sorry I missed that tie because it was a standout. Very well spotted, Len. I'm very impressed with that, but that's going to be a real interesting one.
Okay, final question. You've already identified the finalists from last year, Pembroke and Warringstown, as perhaps being the two favourites, the two sides to watch, the bookies' favourites perhaps. Can you give us one side outside of that to keep an eye on, not your own club YMCA, but another side who could be a potential surprise and go all the way and maybe lift the Bob Kerr Trophy?
You've kind of got me there, Lenny. I think potentially if Clontarf, a reinvigorated Clontarf could move in the right direction. CIYMS.
CIYMS is the dark horse of Alan Lewis's pick. That's the former Irish international captain. A lot to look forward to this summer with the Clare Currency Irish Senior Cup.